Hey, you need to remember my words of caution. Okay, this is not, I gave everyone the opportunity to be heard. If you cannot conform to the behavior expectations I set forth, you need to leave. All right, stop! Everyone, stop! To say that I am frustrated and disappointed is an understatement. I started this hearing this morning with the warning about what I had hoped would not happen today, and it's exactly what happened. This courtroom should be able to be a safe space for justice to be accomplished for everyone involved. Now, you should be aware that people who were involved in the circumstances that took place before we broke for a significant period of time, there have been some arrests. There may be other people facing charges. If anyone so much as moves a finger out of place where I think it's jeopardizing the functioning of this courtroom, the safety of anyone in it, you will be removed from this courtroom. I had granted leeway this morning, knowing it's very cold outside. Everyone wearing a hat, take it off. Hats off. I'll wait till more people. I don't want this to fall on deaf ears with half the people missing. Hats need to be removed. That means the red hat. The red hat comes off. As I was saying, I was expressing my extreme displeasure with everything that transpired a few hours ago. I'm not going to play these games. I'm not going to have anyone's safety in this courtroom jeopardized. Do you think Tatyanna, any of the other victims, would have appreciated anyone's behavior? Do you think Parise appreciates anyone's behavior in this courtroom? I guarantee not. It is absolutely ridiculous. This is a court of law. I gave you a warning this morning. So any good graces that individuals in this courtroom have been provided, you've lost those. So as I was saying, if there are any words that are mumbled, comments to the other side of the aisle that I think are inappropriate, if I hear anything, you're out. You're not going to be disrupting these proceedings. If there are movements that give me any sort of concern, you will be escorted from this courtroom. As I said, I gave the leeway this morning to have hats on given the weather. Hats need to be off. I already warned people about cell phones. I'm going to make that warning again. Cell phones need to be off, not silenced, not on vibrate, put away. I don't want to see it. If anyone in this courtroom, we've got obviously a lot more presence of law enforcement now. If anyone sees a cell phone, you can have that person escorted out of the courtroom. We're not going to be playing these games, as I said. If there are more problems in this courtroom, you may also face findings of contempt from the court. These are serious circumstances before the court. For Mr. Larry, for the victims who are involved, the fact that the individuals who are sitting in the gallery who should be here supporting their loved ones, whichever side of the aisle you may be seated on, have chosen to put their own selfish behavior and their inability to control their own actions ahead of that support is absolutely ridiculous. If there is anyone who feels unsafe leaving here today, and would like to have an escort to your vehicle as you are leaving, please reach out to one of the law enforcement officers that are here. They will provide that escort. As I said, from the beginning this morning, I want to make sure that we move forward in a respectful and safe manner. Everyone should be able to expect that here in a courtroom, and you should be able to expect that as you leave. But I will be watching, my staff will be watching, the law enforcement officers that are now circling the courtroom will be watching. If any of the orders that the court just gave are violated, they will be escorting you out of the courtroom. Now, for the record, as the record probably got cut off as we were forced to end these proceedings very abruptly due to what looked like to be a brawl starting in the back of the courtroom. We were discussing, Attorney Toney had the floor. He was giving the state's sentencing argument. We haven't gotten to a recommendation yet, but that's where we left off. It's my understanding after things continued to occur in this courtroom, it extended outside the doors of this courtroom, it extended out to the parking lot. All of that needs to stop.